what we typically identify as ghetto culture supersedes whatever your tax bracket is because Black American culture is a very insular, in-group oriented culture. It's a lot more unified than I would say white culture is, to the extent that it exists. I think white culture is a lot more fragmented and varied in the United States, even more so than Hispanic culture. We've not really even seen, despite Hispanics making up about a third of the American population, a lot of in-group cohesion among Hispanics. I think Black people are unique demographically in America in the sense that they have a very self-contained culture.
His his logic is kind of weird, right? Saying what Hispanics are not cohesive. I mean, like whatever. That watching that video got me thinking about this, right? I don't critique a lot about the white community and stuff like that, but one thing I want to say that I think what I would say one of the poisons that the white culture, white community has done to the Black community is poison them by individualism. Okay, I think a big part of American culture, or American people, or particularly white people, is very individualistic. Okay, it is. I think that's a big part of white community, white people, right? It's not like a cohesive community in a sense. While I believe all minority communities, minority groups, they're very community oriented, very family oriented. Okay, but I believe maybe it's thanks to capitalism, maybe it's whatever, okay? But it's that poison of such a push for individualism instead of family unity, a sense of community unity, that has poisoned the Black community in a sense that I don't think there's much unity in the Black community in a sense, right? I think it's very fractured. I don't think there's very unity in family. So I think that's probably one of the biggest poisons they've done to the Black community. That's why but again, my personal view, personal observation, where there was a point in time right before Jim Crow, right, which is crazy, that the Black community they had the highest marriage rates. Obviously, but in turn, the strongest community, one of the strongest sense of community, they were grown economically after Jim Crow, which is crazy too. With the pushing of civil rights, they've now suddenly become the worst, right? A very fractured community, lowest marriage rates, just one of the lowest economically. So I would say that that's one of the poisons I've observed that the white community or white people have done to particularly Black minorities. And I'm seeing this trickle into other communities too, because the longer, the more generations that form with other races, they start to gain that individualistic poison that white communities, white people influence onto each other, where we're fractured in family and fractured in community. I'm just saying, I think that's a dangerous thing where we lose the sense of community, we lose the sense of family, where we only care about ourselves, right?